What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Your weekend has been great. Mine has been not so great. Not bad, but just not so great, man. Arsenal did not win on Sunday, right? Man United on Saturday, they nicked in a late winner in the last minutes, dying minutes of the second half. It's just insane. Just not good. Okay? Now, the Premier League, of course, was happening. We had match day, what was it? Match day 23. Squeeze that, but then you may lose count. Quite a number of games happening. We had the early kickoff between Everton and Aston Villa. Aston Villa won that game 1-0 courtesy of Emi Buendia's header and was assisted by a former Everton player in the name of Lucas Digne, or Lucas Digne if you like. And of course, that was all that Gerrard needed to win again. He's been winning. He was winning when he was playing for Liverpool at Goodison Park. So alikuwa anaendeleza tu kwenye aliacha. Now as a coach though. So, a fantastic header, by the way, for a guy who's not the tallest. But yeah, that's all the Aston Villa needed to get that one. And Everton, they are still going down. Crazy. They are falling like a stone towards the relegation shit. Alright? Of course, they fired Rafa Benitez. Duncan Ferguson is currently the interim manager, if I may say. He was also the caretaker manager before they hired. Who was it? Is it Rafa? Yes, I think Rafa. After Ancelotti, I think it was Rafa. It was Ferguson, then Rafa. So yeah, he's holding things there. So let's see how he's gonna handle it. So far, not so good. Not so good. Everton, they need to get up like quickly. I don't understand. These guys have quality players. If you ask me, they are not the worst. They quite invested heavily in the summer and the previous windows. So I think they just need a good coach. I feel like it's a project ripe for the picking for any manager who feels like, I want a Premier League challenge. So I think actually that's one of the topics we'll be digesting on our podcast this week. Yeah, on whether Everton, they are ripe for the picking and maybe who they need to get and, if they should continue on with Ferguson and stuff. Yeah, so speaking of podcasts, by the way, I hope you have listened to our podcasts on Spotify, on SoundCloud. Now it's up on Google Podcasts. Google Podcasts walikaka before approved, but it's now on and also on Anchor. You can check them out there. You can also watch the videos like the one that is playing right now in the background. That's actually part 2. We had a part 1 that was uploaded last week. This is part 2. I uploaded it last night, so you can go check it out on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right. So we had then a number of games at 6 o'clock. We had, which one was this? Yeah, I think the Man United one. Man United was being played at 6 o'clock. Yes, we had Brentford versus Wolves, a game that was actually postponed because there was a drone in the stadium, if you like. Crazy shit, man. Absolutely insane. But Wolves won that game 2-1. 3-2, sorry, I think. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Of course, Manchester United won the other game and late winner for Rashford. And man, again, VAR, Joe, there was so much controversy on that one, whether Cavani was offside or not. Depending on which club you support, you definitely see it in a different angle. But VAR ruled that it was not offside. But you know what? Nowadays, I cannot even trust VAR. Ni trash. VAR ni shit, man. Absolute crap, man. So, yeah, United won that game 1-0. And that was crucial, bro. Because that win took them to top 4. Even though it was only temporary now. Because they are 2 games ahead of Arsenal. 3 games ahead of Tottenham. So, yeah. But you know what they say? A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. Right? So, you'd rather have the points now than have all those games in hand. So exactly. So Arsenal has 2 games in hand over Manchester United. Tottenham has 3. But then speaking of Tottenham, they were beaten yesterday by Chelsea. And I was absolutely happy by that. I was rooting for Chelsea. I wanted Chelsea to win because I'm not caring about the top 3 right now. I don't think we'll get there. I just want to get the top 4 and reduce as many opponents as I can. So Tottenham walipigwa jana. They are 11 points by there with Arsenal, but they have, I think, 1 game ahead of us. So again, that's precisely why I wanted them to get beat last night. So, yes, they lost 2-0 to Chelsea. Chelsea played well. They were the better team. There was the controversial goal that was disallowed for Harry Kane. Apparently, he pushed Thiago Silva. Now, I know he pushed Thiago Silva, but unfortunately, we can never know the magnitude of the push. Maybe ilikuwa tu kitu kidogo to Thiago Silva being the Thiago he is, and he's a clever one, he's experienced. Totally took advantage of that and fell flat. Kama mtu amegongwa na lori. And then, of course, the VAR just had to call it off, man. Before that, we had Arsenal playing against Burnley. Now, this one, I don't understand. Now, we drew that game 0-0. One man like Westwood was booked, I think, is it 36th minute or 25th minute. And then he did another foul on Gabriel some minutes after he got the first yellow, and he was not carded. I'm like, what the hell? That's the same shit they did with Gabriel against Manchester City. He had a foul, well, the first yellow of which by the way was fucking silly to give. Not to get, to give by the referee because it was totally misguided. And then the second yellow when he did the foul on Gabriel Jesus. Now, normally that's a yellow, so it was okay. But it was the second yellow, so it becomes a red. Now, Westwood did a foul on, the first one was on who? Is it Martinelli? What do you call it? Smith Rowe. I can't recall who the first one was, but I know the second one was a foul against Gabriel, and that was a goddamn yellow card. So that would have been 2 yellows. So I'm like, what the hell, man? Why wasn't not called? As in, nilisikia nimeboeka vibaya sana. So yes, Burnley walikuja for a draw, cleared the game to park the bus, and boy did they park it. Oh my God, we just could not crack them up. It's not like we were terrible. I actually don't think we were terrible. We had quite a number of chances. I mean, you had 15 shots and 6 were on target. So I would not say like we were totally terrible. I mean, there were some saves that Nick Pope did were like, oh my Jesus. The save he did against Odegaard, the save he did against Smith Rowe. We had 2 chances. Lacazette, he made this darting run from the mid all the way to the final third and to the box, and then a bigger Mafiongo way off target. And then there's this run that Smith Rowe did and then cut back for Lacazette, and Lacazette just whipped it wide. Yeah, so chances were there, we just did not take them. Again. Because like against Liverpool, it's like against Liverpool where we had chances the first half, but you don't just take them. I don't know. I don't get why. So, yeah, Nick Pope did a very good job. But again, it just goes to show that we need a striker. I mean, you are lofting balls and crosses, giving them to Lacazette. Lacazette, there is no way Lacazette will ever win a header against likes of Ben Mee and Tarkowski. It will never happen. So we need to get guys who can win headers, actually. Then you can do the crosses. So we are putting in crosses for Lacazette, who's shorter than the defenders. He will never get them. Never, ever. So, yes, we need a striker. Needless to say, we need a midfielder. And this is the last week of the transfer window of January, so this is going to be a decisive week for us, and I expect to see some movements coming in and maybe going on, especially coming in. Okay? Now, we are going on an 18 days break. Sisi kama Arsenal, it will be 18 days before we play. Now, this is because we have FA Cup matches being played, and then we have a break. Or is it a break and then FA Cup matches? I'm not so sure. So there will be some FA Cup. There's a weekend where we'll be having FA Cup matches, and Arsenal is not at the FA Cup. So yeah, we should just be chilling. Of which by then the guys apparently will be going to Dubai just to practice in a different environment. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. So that's just about that. Big winners for the weekend has to be Manchester United, has to be Chelsea, has to be Liverpool. Liverpool by the way were playing against Crystal Palace. Game yenyewe ilikuwa tricky. Again, another call by VAR, and I felt like that was not a... Diogo Jota, when he was fouled by Guaita, I don't think he was not. It's not goal scoring opportunity, that one. He had lost control of the ball. The ball he was definitely not gonna get it. It was gonna go out. So I don't know why it was called back for it to be a penalty. But again, Nakusho VR is shitty as fuck. Of which, by the way, we were digesting on the Extra Digest podcast episode 1 on the lack of diversity in EPL officials. 90% or if not 99% of all EPL officials are British. And they are doing a shoddy job so far. So why is there so much lack of diversity, even in color? Tukwena black, some Asians refereeing these goddamn games. These British officials wako chini bana, hawezi. And these guys, they are doing a shoddy ass job, man. So yeah, we need some diversity there. No wonder these guys never go to the goddamn World Cup. I mean, every day doing stinkers every weekend out, weekend in, weekend out. Crazy stuff, man. Absolutely insane. Also in La Liga, Real Madrid were on the verge of getting beat. Yes, they just ponyocared that one. And they drew 2-2 with Elche. Is it Elche? Yes, it's Elche, if I'm not wrong. Yes, so yeah, Alaves, they lost to Barcelona, winning 1-0. Barcelona, there's so many issues going on, especially the transfer. Dembele, oh my God. Oh my God. And of course, this week, by the way, we are getting to the last 7 days of the Premier League window. Premier League, so I shall be doing a video, I think, every day. I'll try. This is going to be a very crazy week for me, so I'll try to do as much as I can. I'll try to do as much as I can. So that's that. What was your highlight of the weekend? Anything else I've left out worth talking about? Not really. I don't think I've left out anything worth talking about. West Ham, they lost to United. Spurs lost. Arsenal drew. Man United. Everton gotten beat. Yeah, I don't think I've left anything out. So that's that. What was the highlight of the weekend? For me, of course, has to be the VAR against Arsenal. Or the VAR calls as imekuwa too wayward as fuck. The Cavani one, debatable. Westwood one, absolutely red card. Straight up. Second yellow straight card, mekula red. The issue ya Hurricane, another controversial one. The issue of Diogo Jota's penalty for Liverpool, another controversial one. So quite a number of controversial calls made by the VAR this time, or lack of them, lack of making calls. So again, VAR stealing fucking headlines. Goddamn hate it. Absolutely hate it. Alright, don't forget if you're watching this on YouTube to like the video and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, you can also go check out other pages. Check out Football Digest KE on Instagram and Facebook. That's our platforms, okay? If you're watching this on Instagram, go to YouTube, check out our Football Digest KE channel, like there and subscribe to the channel, and then we'll be doing much more this coming weeks. Hii mwaka si mchezo bana. Hii mwaka lazima tupate. Have a fantastic week.